Hi and welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. I've had various messages through the week about amethyst, the crystal amethyst. I have talked about amethyst quite a lot, but I think it's nice to be able to just go back to amethyst and kind of give you some more in-depth information on amethyst and what happened to me along my journey when working with amethyst up until this very day. I work with amethyst most days. It's my go-to crystal for many reasons. Amethyst is one of those crystals that has a mystical energy and also a very, very powerful energy of connection. It really is a crystal for crystal healers. It's a crystal for anybody awakening their spirituality. A crystal for people who really are more in tune, who want to raise what's called their vibration or their connection to other worlds and maybe their higher side, their intuition, their magic, their gifts within. And it really is a magical crystal, there's no doubt about it. There's many forms of amethyst and every amethyst has its own uniqueness. It has its own vibration, and I think it's really good, again, to use the example of allowing your crystal to choose you. So when you go through a website or whether you go to a crystal store, take your time and just have a look at the various different types of amethyst, you know, Vera Cruz, slices. I mean, I've got loads always around me all the time. And there's many different names for amethyst that you can come across too, you know, Brandberg, there's so many, but yeah, and there's so many different types of amethyst with the mixture of different colors within them too. So this is a beautiful piece of amethyst. Again, you can't see it unless I turn this around and then you start to maybe see the true color. Can you see the colour now? Incredible, eh? So amethyst is something really, really dear to me. I've always got amethyst. This is ametrine. This is because it's handy around. There's a little tiny citrine in there. So that's ametrine, but again, beautiful quality. Another piece of amethyst here, that's I'm working on that as well. That's a slice, amethyst slice. Like the stalagmites as they run up and they slice them, so that they're just so beautiful. So amethyst, where do you start with amethyst? It's a great day to talk about amethyst. I think it's a perfect opportunity to share amethyst with the world, because you know what? It's one of those crystals that every single year that goes by, it seems to be more apparent how we need the magic in this world to awaken souls. Although I talk about Moldavite often and the awakening of souls, amethyst also is a really excellent crystal to help people just step up a little bit more, to become stronger, because not only is amethyst a spiritual crystal per se, but it also has this energy that allows you to speak your truth, that gives you the confidence to trust in your higher self. So it's almost like an exercise. When you put it on, it exercises your intuition to not just focused energy on truth, but it also gives you that truth when you speak. So your voice is really not just words, but a greater power. So yeah, amethyst with every crystal I can think of I've worked with. Again, the crystals I love working with, amethyst, I guess, if I'm to really think carefully, pink moonstone, any kind of moonstone. I like tektite with it a lot. That seems to really, really be brilliant, because sometimes when you wear amethyst, it does tend to release a lot of stuff that you feel not ashamed of, but oh my god, so it like brings out that energy. Well, as that comes out, it needs to be absorbed and cleared away, and tektite does that. So tektite's always a brilliant crystal. The other crystal I like it with, and I know this sounds a little bit OTT and people say to me, oh, it's a bit of a hard combination or heavy combination, and it is, but it also is brilliant. So when you wear black tourmaline seems to be a brilliant crystal for grief, healing grief, any kind of pain and suffering from not just grief of a loss of somebody into the spirit world, our home, which we shouldn't be grieving, but we do, but also grieving of a loss of somebody that we love in this world and we don't speak to anymore. That grieving process of a mother and daughter who don't speak anymore and they live 1,000 miles away, 2,000, 10,000, whatever. That grieving process, when you put an amethyst to that, amethyst really does open you up to accepting what's happened and to allow you to understand. It actually gives you a new outlook in a spiritual sense. It helps you see beyond the heavy energies that we hold in our mind, which is, you know, why, blame, bitterness, anger, sadness, grief, pain, suffering. So these two crystals together are really beautiful as well. Of course, amethyst and citrine are an amazing combination if you are a healer and you're doing crystal healing. If you work in the essence of trying to help people, so you're a psychologist, psychiatrist, that's why ametrine works so well together. You know, amethyst and citrine are combined. That's why they join together naturally. It's very clever. But yeah, put them two together, wear them next to each other, brilliant. The citrine brings out the lion energy within you, the strength, and the amethyst brings out the spiritual, the deeper understanding. So hand in hand, keep you both strong. So going back to amethyst, I'm just going to hold a piece of amethyst now. Amethyst is a great crystal for children. It's a great crystal for anybody who suffer with depression. A great crystal for anybody who is really in a place of sadness, because it really brings out the energy of understanding, blame. It heals and it strengthens the forgiveness side to you. So yeah, I forgive him, but oh, okay, I forgive him. All right, I definitely forgive him now. So it's that kind of energy. It seals a lot of things that your heart wants, but sometimes your mind doesn't. So amethyst really does target something up here that clears away and strengthens. So some may argue that it strengthens the heart to speak louder than the mind, and I would agree to a degree, but I also have seen amethyst do some great work on a physical level up here too. So it relieves a lot of tensions in so many different forms: eyes, jaws, throat, and head. You know, anybody who suffers with a head, amethyst is brilliant for that. So in theory, amethyst is a great crystal for anybody. However, for me, I would, if I ever go for amethyst, when I first started this path of mine, I went for amethyst because I wanted to grow and understand what's going on around me. So the only way you can do that really is to attune and to be open-minded. That's why I'm saying on a physical level, amethyst opens up something as well in the mind. It releases and clears away the what we believed once was to, oh my God, I can see what's happening now. That's why amethyst is a real eye-opener, and I don't mean these two eyes. It really does work so well if you are on a healing path personally, or if you want to become a practitioner, a healer, or anything like a psychologist, something that you feel like balance to. So I remember I read for a lady who came to me once, really beautiful soul. She sat down and she was holding a crystal in her hand. And when I'd finished speaking to her, I said, you are a very, very high IQ. And she said, how would you know that? And I said, because I feel your brain, but you're holding something in your hand that I can't see, but I feel that is the balancer. And she said, how strange. And I said, can you show me? And she showed it me. It was a piece of amethyst. And I said, could I ask you, did you get that gift given to you, or did you see it in a shop and buy it? And she said, I saw it in a shop and I just had to have it. And I said, that piece of amethyst brings balance into your everyday life. And she said, it's so funny when I'm working on children, because she was a child psychologist working on child trauma, she would hold it like this, and she said she used to give the crystal to the children to hold while talking. So there is great meaning and great power to amethyst. in many ways. That's why amethyst is probably one of the most loved crystals in the world, and so is rose quartz, of course, and other crystals, but amethyst just has that little edge to me when it comes down to really truly opening up to your spiritual higher self. Okay, wonderful for meditation, wonderful for yoga, because it really relaxes and helps you stretch not only the body but the whole of your life to a new form. It helps you believe in yourself. It helps you trust in what you do no matter what. If you're at a crossroads in your life, amethyst helps you move forward. It helps you with that belief that you are on your path, and whichever footstep you take is the right footstep, and it will lead you to where you need to be. You feel safe, you feel in control, you feel protected, and boy, are you far more connected to the spirit world wearing this. It's like wearing Moldavite. You become more connected to the energy of the universe. So it really does help you connect to your higher vibration, which then the spirit world can then vibrate to your vibration, and that's when you connect more. That's why when I first started this work, if I ever meditated in circles, I would have always a piece of amethyst either in my pocket or in my hand or around my neck. And the reason why is I wanted to attune to my higher self. I wanted to hear, feel, see, smell, spirit. I wanted to learn how to connect to that energy that a lot of people were saying, oh yeah, I can see spirit, or yeah, I can feel spirit, and I wanted to understand that. And a lot of people get really upset because they struggle so much to connect, and I say, well, what stops you is the struggling. And a lot of the times when I first started and wore amethyst, it would be just like a moment of where, oh my God, where did that just come from? And it is those moments when you're not expecting them, or you expect them, is the time that when this connection starts to happen. So it took me, I would say, a good 9 months before I really truly became in tune. For that process to happen, it was like going to the gym, exercising, which means I went to meditate. I started to clear myself of negative thoughts. I needed to if you live in hate, it's very difficult to connect. If you live in sadness, it's very difficult to connect. If you are depressed, or you're upset with somebody, or upset with the world, it's difficult to connect. And there's a reason why outside there wants to make your life a living hell and wants to make you fear, or all of those energies that I've spoken about, because it knows that if it can create that in this world, you will not connect to your higher self. So you have to realize that there is a battle, personal battle between you and the system, the world, and how it is. So when you step away from that and create your own little safe space, or you create a community or go to a community that meditate as healers, then what happens is you're in a safe environment, and that's how it should be. That's why if you're on a 4-day pure energy healing course with me, in them 4 days, you'll often say, I don't want to leave. I don't want to let this feeling go. And the reason why is because we've created what really is the ever disappearing truth about why we're here. And it's disappearing day by day because of fear. If you can find a space and create love and nothing but healing and that kind of energy, you realize that that's what we're missing in this world. Well, you have to create it, and one of the most amazing ways to create that is, some people call it a little shrine. You can put some little pictures up and crystals, and you can sit by it, or you can just create a room or your little space with crystals, and amethyst is that one that helps you get to that place. When you wear it around your neck, people often say that amethyst is a protector. It's an angel protector. You call it what you want, but what that means in truth is that when you wear amethyst, amethyst blasts an energy not only within you and around you to strengthen your life force, but it also blasts an energy out of you. So it blasts out, which means that if anybody is thinking about hurting you, They won't, because the energy is blasting out and it changes their frequency. So they'll turn and maybe be angry at somebody else. And sometimes you think, wow, I'm really protected today. Well, amethyst has that energy that blasts within you, that you create that same vibration. So I guess what I'm saying is, whatever crystal you wear, you end up, believe it or not, vibrating at the same energy level as that crystal. If that crystal is a great connected to the spirit world, it will help you connect to the spirit world. The only thing you need to do is help the crystal. So the crystal is your best friend. So if you have a best friend, what do? You talk nice to your best friend, you give them gifts, you love them, you give them time, a caring ear, you hold them, you give them a cuddle. It's the same with the crystal. You'll always see me wearing a crystal, holding it. And it sounds really strange, but I connect to it, meaning I sometimes talk to it in my mind. I ask it to help me. And I know it's beyond understanding. It really is. But crystals are amazing, guys. I mean, they're just amazing. I mean, you're thinking this guy's a nutter, right? But, you know, crystals have so many unusual benefits that to the lame or the weak-hearted, meaning like scientists who just don't believe in anything that I would talk about, a scientist would understand this. A scientist would understand this, okay? Where else can you burn for a minute and end up being perfect again by wiping off the little bit of residue from the flame? There is another crystal that I don't have here as well. Where is it? I don't have it here, but the crystal which is called smoky quartz, if you take a hair and hold it tight to the smoky quartz and then light and put that flame there against the hair and tight against the crystal smoky quartz and burn it, keep it there as long as you want, you won't burn the hair won't burn, because for some reason smoky quartz, if you're burning a quartz, it just absorbs into the stone and it doesn't burn the hair. So science, how do you explain that? How do you explain the amazingness of a crystal? And why is it that they use crystals in the biggest, most powerful computers in the world? And the truth is that within your phone, it is a crystal inside your phone. You know, so there's so many reasons why, you know, science really won't look at the truth about a crystal. They just don't want to know, because it's just too much. They just want this proof and that proof, and they're not interested in, you know, the truth that crystals heal people. They help you heal yourself. They vibrate at a certain frequency. That's why they're in Mother Earth. They're healing Mother Earth. They're balancing Mother Earth. They have this uniqueness. I know I've gone off one a little bit, but I really do believe that amethyst is one of the most beautiful crystals in our world. There are many different amethysts to choose from, many different types, many different shapes and colours, but ultimately amethyst is amethyst. It's gorgeous no matter where you get it from, as long as it's not faked from China or India. Amethyst is what I would say is definitely one of the crystals I would recommend for higher intuition, to raise your vibration, to connect to what is called the other worlds, to connect to your intuition, your higher self. And it's a crystal that will be perfect for anybody at any situation, because it really is that kind of crystal you can be assured of that no matter what you're feeling, how you're feeling, it will absolutely help one way or another for sure. As you can tell, I love amethyst, and I have many on my website, but most of them are very, very select choice pieces that I've hunted down over the years. So the collection is very, very beautiful indeed. You can go to your local store and almost definitely they will have a piece of amethyst, and I would recommend you go to your local crystal store rather than Amazon and eBay. I really would. Get to feel it, speak to the people who own the shop and ask them for their advice as well, because they are experts at what they do. Have a most beautiful day. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic, pure energy healing crystals that I've worked on individually and loved doing so, and I hope you enjoy working with them as much as I have worked on them for you. The crystal always chooses you. Have a great day, guys. I really mean that. Have a beautiful day. Shine bright and be the warriors of the light, because we need you right now. So wear a piece of amethyst and shine your light today. Okay, see ya till tomorrow, eh?